What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Southside Customs back at it with another video. And I hope everyone is having a great 2026 coming in. Hope that everyone is healthy, and I sincerely hope that this year is better than the last, not only for myself but for everybody else. Today I'll be doing a review on my latest acquisition, which is the Martens Sinclair Crazy Horse. Yeah, stay tuned and enjoy the video. Quick story time here. Mind you, if you do not want to listen to any of this, you could just skip to this timestamp and then just skip straight on to the unboxing. But moving on, getting these Doc Martens over in South Africa, in Johannesburg, was pretty much of a challenge for myself. Because if you must know, I've been searching for these Doc Martens for about 2 years now, and I figured I'll just use an alternative, which I will explain now. So in Johannesburg, where I'm at, is you don't actually have the option of having a store where you can actually walk in, purchase, try the shoe, and walk out with the actual shoe. The closest you can actually get to that is if you thrift, and I didn't want to thrift. Me personally, I wanted something that is new and unworn, so I didn't have much of that option. So the only, I believe, there is a registered Doc Martens reseller, a reseller in South Africa that is in Cape Town. So that store's name is That Shoe Lady, quite literally called That Shoe Lady. I will put down a link in the description below so you can visit, especially if you're South African, so you can see what I'm talking about. Originally, I was gonna shop and purchase from that store, but there are two reasons why I didn't purchase from That Shoe Lady. So the first reason is the pricing. They do tend to be quite pricey. Especially after retail, the price is quite a little too much to digest. And secondly, they do not have sizes for men, especially sizes moving from 8 upwards. They only have sizes from 8 below, because I noticed that that websites from That Shoe Lady, predominantly they focus on selling boots and apparel to female, as I believe that's their main target audience, and not men predominantly. So I do understand from that standpoint. So if you do purchase from them, especially if you're of my size, which I wear a size 10 to 11, you will have to be in some sort of waiting list, and that usually can vary from about a couple of weeks to a few days to months sometimes, which is an option I just don't want to delve in. So that wasn't much of an option, which I think if you're South African and you're willing and you're on the market for some new pairs of Docs, I think you will reach a similar conclusion to the one I have. So I've opted to purchase from eBay. That's what I got. I got it online. I got it from a merchant in Canada. So these were shipped all the way from there to here. I waited for about two weeks to get them, so they were quick. They came in the mail about 2 months ago. They're sitting right here on the table next to me. Off the bat, they do have a few scratches and scuffs. I believe it's because of the hide. So it's not necessarily a factory defect. So only time will tell how these guys hold up. I've been looking at YouTube for similar reviews to the boots that I have, and to my surprise, I didn't find any of them. Well, they are little of them, but they are shorts here and there of the Doc Martens Sinclair. So I figured I would take the initiative to actually make a review on this model in particular, because there is no video of this sort on YouTube. So the other docs I did see on YouTube were the backs. Okay, I did see the backs and the Doc Marten Maxes and the Jetta Doc Martens, which is one that I also wanted to pick. from this one, but I went for this one in particular because of the review. I wanted to do something that YouTube didn't have, so that's what influenced my decision when purchasing the type of the model of the Doc Martens that I went with. So yeah, but so far I am happy with the acquisition. It was a really great purchase. I am satisfied. So I do recommend you purchase stocks from people that are registered because they are scams out here. I was scammed actually about a year ago. I bought Doc Martens of the same model, but don't buy Doc Martens from Alibaba. And they did come in. I wish I had the actual pictures so I could actually show you how they were. I didn't know. I didn't have a know-how on how purchasing Doc Martens is supposed to be like, or anything about Doc Martens. I just saw something. I chose to just buy it because of the price. They came in, and lo and behold, they were not the original things, and just throwing them away. So it was a waste of money, but nonetheless, you live and you learn. So to add on to what I just mentioned earlier, two South Africans that are on the market for some Doc Martens and want to purchase safely without any inconveniences, I will mention a few websites you can actually visit and purchase safely. So the first one is Dressin, and the second is That Shoe Lady, and the third will be the official Doc Martens website. I will put all of these links in the description below so you can actually go check them out, especially if you're South African, so you save yourself the hassle and you know the risks associated with purchasing online. Oh, and lastly, you can also visit eBay like I did, so you can actually purchase directly from a merchant like I did too. So all these will be mentioned in the description below, so keep an eye out for that. So this is what you get right after you take all the shoes off. You get these lovely Doc Marten print, well, the undersole print on the box, which I think is a really nice touch. So just to dive deep into the shoe here, don't know if you could see, so there is a Doc Martens imprint onto the undersole, or the inner sole of the shoe at least. And then we turn these guys over, you can see the Sinclair made in Laos, okay, on the tongue of the shoe. So I got a UK 9, well, an EU 43, because I usually wear a size 10 US. So I figured when I saw a US 10, I was like, let me, pull the trigger and see if this might be a good fit. And yeah, turned out pretty well. So you do have this sticker here. I don't know what this QC1 means, so if anyone knows what this QC1 means, just leave a comment down, and I'll have a look at it. I'm always open to learning new things. So yeah, this is a little obscure, because I've never seen this in a shoe before. And then moving on to the zips here. Really enjoy this little feature here, though it is quite rigid and strong and very difficult to work around. And then I believe, is there another tag here? Yeah, there is another tag, another sticker here. So it is says 941. So weird to put stickers on a shoe like this. So I don't know what this means per se, but other than that, it's a pretty good shoe. Although, looking at the shoe on hand, I do have quite some concerns. Well, the first concern is going to be that this crazy horse leather is more susceptible to scratches than I would want to, accept, because even out of the box you do have these scuffs and scratches onto the shoe. It does give it a nice stylistic effect, although I think the scratches might just increase the more you wear them, and there'll be more of them all over the boot. But I do like the weathered effect, so if you're considering picking these guys up, this is something you're gonna have to put into consideration before purchasing. So the Sinclair feature a worn-in box fresh feeling. This version of the Sinclair boot is made from a rugged brown crazy horse leather, which gives it the look of a boot already sun-bleached from summers of pavements and festival fields. The grooved sole is secured with a bitter chalk welt and yellow stitching, and the top of the boot is tagged and a brown and yellow heel top. You can wear it without its statement front zip for maximum versatility or a customized look. So the material is a crazy horse, a natural type of oil finish leather with a worn and distressed appearance, which I think is the reason for the scuffs are out of the box here. So the care instruction for the leather would be to wipe away the dirt using a damp cloth. So you can purchase directly from Doc Martens, but I don't think anyone will do that. You could just use any cloth you have at your home just to give it a wipe before you wear them. I don't think I'll actually be doing that. I'll just wear the hell out of these boots. But moving on, you can wipe them so you can keep the leather supple and strong and smooth. Okay, so once dry, you can basically buff them with a leather cream or any cream that you could find, at your, standard shoe store. So, moving on to the construction of the boot, you do have a Goodyear welt on the upper, and the sole is heat sealed and sewn together, providing a more comfortable wear and durability for years to come. But one thing I don't like that they discontinued from the Doc Martens, I believe. I saw this from a colleague of mine I knew a few years back. She purchased one of the OG Doc Martens. They did have a shank.
A boot shank is a thin bar cemented into your boots between the outsole and the foot to increase rigidity and support. This thin strip is often made of steel, as it's easy to find, cheaper than the alternatives, long-lasting, and perfect for distributing the weight and pressure applied to the sole of your boots.
Okay, in the bottom there. So these newer builds of Doc Martens don't have shanks on them, I believe, which I would have loved to see on newer builds of Doc Martens. I think it adds to the build and overall durability and steadiness of the shoe when you wear them. But nonetheless, it's still a good boot. So I did have other options I wanted to purchase. Originally, I wanted to purchase the Timberland Pros, but I didn't go for those because they are a little too bulky, and it does have a curved shape on the front of the heel toe, which I'm not really much of a fan of, so I skipped on those, and I wanted to go for the Doc Martens Jetta line. I didn't get those two because I wanted the best of both worlds, I believe. If you look at that model in particular, you can see that it just has a singular zip on the front of the shoe. I wanted something that you can actually have the option of using laces and zips. So hence I went with the option I did. So other than that, it is what it is. So moving on.
4点 练训练场上。